Hello, gentlemen. Today I'm going to break down some of the plays out of my new Miami offense that just dropped on acemadden.com last night. So if you're a member on the site, go check it out because this is one of my favorite offenses I've ever created. And it's mainly because of all the new things that they've added. So we have tons of cheat motion now, which is what they use in real life with Tyreek Hill. You know, when you see him running before the snap, that is cheat motion. And it's just kind of unfair because you can't get hands on him. And he's just running full speed before the snap. And, you know, they've added plays that are actually usable with cheat motion, and I talk about those extensively in this ebook. And then this playbook just has tons of good formations to use in general. So we have meta formations like gun bunch, tight slot halfback weak, gun bunch nasty, and then I break down some off meta formations in the first version of this ebook. So we do normal Y off close, tight Y off, and then this weekend I'll be adding on tight Y off weak. So if you're interested in the full scheme, go check it out on acemadden.com and use code Miami for 25% off on monthly membership. Okay, so let me talk about some of the setups in my ebook. So we're going to start with normal Y off close, which is one of the main formations we break down. And the first play we'll talk about is going to be cheat flat X post. And the reason this play is so good is this cheat motion into the flat. It's like a guaranteed 4 or 5 yards most of the time. I'll talk about what does take it away in a second, but for the setup, we are going to run this with the 2 receivers to the wide side of the field. So the ball's on the right, your 2 receivers are going to be on the left. So let's streak the outside receiver. And then you can block your running back if you're expecting blitz. If you're expecting coverage, you can send them on a flat or a table route. And that's all you have to do. Now, I do recommend stemming up that post once. That's just going to create a better high-low between him and Y. After that, let's snap it. As you can see, not the best rack animation in the world. If you wait a little bit longer, he's going to get a better rack. But just to show you, you can throw him immediately. And that's mainly what I use it for. I use it for the flat. And, you know, obviously we want more than 4 or 5 yards. We have plenty of plays in this ebook that can get us 1-play touchdowns. But this is a great short yardage situation. This also gets people overcommitting to this, and we have a counter to it. But look at what happens here. This was a man coverage. And there was a rub. You see how the return route right here kind of blocks that guy from getting over. So it's a very annoying play to guard. And then we also have the high-low over the middle of the field, which I'll throw this time. We have a sharp post from B. That hook zone guarded him forever. But against man coverage, he's going to separate, and he'll get over hook zones as well. Now we're going to talk about the counter to what we just did. So we have cheat tight end angle, where we have a cheat motion that runs an angle route, and he just completely cooks man coverage. And people who are overcommitting to the flat route that we just used, they're going to get cooked by this as well. So let's go ahead and show this against man coverage first. But then I'm going to show you against cover 3, because this is going to be a cover 3 bomb as well. So the setup is going to be streak the slot receiver, post the outside receiver, and then stem him up once. And this is the setup. Now you can block the running back if you really want, but I like him on the check and release. Just watch what happens against man coverage. You're going to see that he is going to cook him. That is going to happen literally every time. No exception. Do it again. This is one of the best man-beating routes I've seen in the game. So if the user doesn't run with him, he's cooked. So you see how this angle route works. It's kind of a good counter to the over-aggressive shoot with the user to the flat. And then we have this as a cover 3 bomb as well. I'm going to block my running back so I get time to actually throw this. Let's have a look. As you can see, as soon as he crosses this guy's face, this is Tyreek Hill, so it is going to look a little bit better with him. See how it looks. I'm not going to stem him this time. The reason I like stemming is it creates a little bit more space between him and the angle route. But you can bomb it without using the stem. The pressure is just outrageous. I'm playing the 85 Bears. Oop, I forgot to put him on a post. That's my fault. One more time. And just like that, there's our cover 3 bomb. Okay, now let's move to tight Y off. This is another formation I break down. Let's talk about PA go slot cross. This is a play that's just always good, but we're going to run it a little bit differently this year. So for this setup, we do want our tight end to be on the short side. It's the same as the formation we were just in. And the great thing is, these formations are very similar. So when you audible to tight Y off from this one, from normal Y off close, it just condenses. So, and all of these are right next to each other, which is nice. So for the setup, we are going to out route the underneath receiver, which is X. We're going to slant the tight end, and then we're going to stem B all the way to the sideline, which surprisingly, yes, you can stem him. So Y, B, LB, left stick all the way up to the sideline. And then let's block our running back. And you're going to hit your tight end most of the time. It's going to be kind of like your crosser or your slant. It just kind of depends. Against zone, the slant's going to be open all the time. But against man, either one can win. As you can see, slant, wide open, and that'll be constant. I'd say the only thing is maybe a cover 2. Like a vert hook over there in the slot. As you can see, simple slant, turning that into a huge gain. The stemmed wheel from B is just for spacing, really. It's not really a read. And there you go, huge gain. So this is one of the plays that I call multiple times a game. Now let's talk about tight end corner. And this is going to be a cover 3 bomb as well, but it's also just a play that's going to be good versus really most things. So for this one, we are going to post the underneath receiver, which is Tyreek Hill. And then you can either drag your tight end or you can block him, either one. So if you need a lot of time, you really want to hit the cover 3 bomb, you probably want to block him. If you want an extra read, you can drag him. There's the post. And we just have tons of setups like this, guys. If you just want to score easily, just go get the ebook. I promise. This is one of the best ones I've ever made. Do it again. We have the high-low between the post and the drag and the Texas route. And having a Texas route in this year's game is just so good because I feel like no other route runs out of the backfield well except for a Texas route. So this is just easily one of the best. Do it again. So right here, cover 2. Cover 2, I would say, is likely going to be the best way to attack this. I think the corner route can get open against the cover 2. So right there, like this is a good example of like Madden 25 being bad. Deep zones are not very good, to be honest. And then I called it cover 3 just so you guys can see that this will consistently bomb the cover 3 because that out route on the right holds an outside third for some reason. I really don't know why. Just watch the outside third. Like, why is he staying so far to the sideline? He should be squeezing the middle of the field. This is really bad because the middle third is just kind of staring at this guy, and this guy's not squeezing. So we have no streak clearing the middle third, and we can still bomb. That's just pretty bad. So take advantage of this setup because you don't need a streak. You can have a corner route on that side, an extra man-beating route. So this setup is very good as well. Now let's talk about a red zone gimmick play. So this will be a fun one to end it on because this play is just stupid. I-form slot, fake jet halfback shovel. This is a new play that they added that is just, it's so goofy, but like, it's so good. I'm telling you right now, it's so good. Like, you're going to score constantly off this play. And it's triggering. It's a kind of play that's it's going to tilt your opponent. And he's going to make this no-look pass every single time, by the way. There's no inconsistency with that. He's going to hit that perfectly every time. And it's just really, really dumb. Now, don't get me wrong. This is not a guaranteed score. But it's just a fun play. Like, why would you not want to use this? If they're using goal line or something, it's obviously going to be harder to get in. But I thought I'd just show you this one. I haven't added red zone into the ebook yet. It'll be added this weekend, and this will definitely be in there along with some other plays in this formation. But just thought I'd show it to you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the preview to my new Miami offense that is now live on acemadden.com. Go check it out. Use the full scheme. I promise you'll have no issues scoring. It's one of the most high-powered schemes I've ever released in the 7 years I've done ebooks. So go check it out. Use code Miami for 25% off on monthly membership. See you guys in the next one.